Hello, and welcome to Draw With Me. I'm Danny Gregory, and every Thursday we get together and we spend an hour or so hanging out, drawing, telling dad jokes, using up art supplies, and hopefully having fun. And as always, I am joined by the incomparable JJ Gregory. Hello.
Hi. Bad jokes, dad jokes.
Sad jokes.
Well, it is Father's Day this weekend for those who are celebrating.
True.
Happy Father's Day.
Yes. What do you have planned?
I still have a couple of days to figure that out.
Okay, because it's probably going to be late to hire a mariachi band, you know.
Well, we have our neighbors in a mariachi band.
That's true. That's true. Good. Yes. So a bunch of dinosaurs. Some very nice work.
Very nice.
It looked like some sort of archaeologist's notebook or something like that, which is one of my favorite looking things. So that was really cool. And what else? We weren't here last week.
I know.
But we're back.
A vacation.
We were on the overcast beach all week. It was very pleasant.
It was lovely.
Compared to...
We missed out on it being 113 degrees here.
It's 93 right now. It's going up to 113 or something like that. Mm-hmm. But we don't care. We're freshly vacationed.
Yeah, we soaked it in. We banked it. And
exactly.
But it was. We missed you, but we didn't miss you that much.
Nancy says, why do frogs never park illegally? Because they're afraid they'll be towed.
Oh.
It's true. We sort of missed you.
We did. You know, you have to recharge.
I didn't miss you.
You have to
but I did miss you.
You have to recharge from time to time.
That's true. Do you feel recharged?
I do. I feel good.
That's good.
We've been getting up awfully early on Thursdays, though, and that is a bit of an ish.
Yes.
Because our course, Your Illustrated Life, for those who purchase as early birds, which we talked about on the show endlessly, they get a studio time with us. And I see a few people who were at that 6 a.m. session. So thanks for spending your whole morning with us.
6 a.m. Why did we ever agree to this? 6 a.m.
You know, and we even did it on vacation, which I think we should get an additional box of See's candies for. Someone in the chat sent us a box of See's candy, and it arrived literally as I was packing our vacation bags. So that was...
They're our new favorite people.
Yeah, it was already a favorite.
All right. Well, so today... I want to tell you about what we're going to do today.
Something easy, right? Today's easy. Easy breezy.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what you make of it. So I'm going to go here solo. So so a week or two ago, I made this video. It's called How to Love Drawing Again, or it's also sometimes called What to Do If You Hate Your Drawing. But this is a video that I made about a particular way of looking at drawing, approaching drawing, thinking about drawing. And I wanted to do something along the lines of it today. So basically what I say in this video, and I don't want to steal its thunder because you can watch it, it's short, is that too often we come to drawing with big expectations and fear. And here's an approach to drawing that is kind of based on what I'm calling today in this Draw With Me, coloring book. And you remember that experience of using a coloring book and how it was just fun. It was easy. The drawing was done for you. You just had to color it in, and it was relaxing.
Yeah, so stress relief.
Yeah, so this is a way of looking at drawing that same way. And I just wanted to walk you through the same exact demonstrations that I do in this video, except there I do it like really speeded up and it takes like 2 seconds to do it. And here we're going to spend an hour doing it. But the basic idea is that we will do a simple drawing, and then we'll spend some time coloring it. So what you're going to need is a big fat pen. And I'm going to show you in a second what I did with big fat pens. You're going to need something to color with. Colored pencils, crayons, markers if you want. Just fun. I mean, if you want to do watercolors or whatever, of course you can do whatever you want. But here's the idea is, let's start by going here. Okay, so here's my... Sorry about that. Yes.
Got up real early today, folks.
Yeah.
Real early, yeah.
It's Let me just, I just want to find a better way of showing my desk here. If you give me a second. Will this do? Yeah, this is better. Okay, so here's my desk. And so first of all, here's my collection of technical pens. And I kind of went through and I pulled up some fatties. So these are just various fat pens. So what I mean by fat pen is like this is just, it's just nice and fat and squishy. It's not a super technical, it's not a super fine liner. Here's another one. This is just, these are like, this is a Pentel sign pen. Here's my fountain pen, which is pretty good too. And in the demo, I actually used this one, which maybe I'll use today, which is an Ecoline. Really, see how nice and fat it is? So imagine, again, think about a coloring book and what are the lines like in a coloring book? I mean, here's a brush pen. Could use this, but this is almost too artsy. Even a Sharpie would work. Although the Sharpie, I was using it before. They just smell awful.
Yeah, the fumes get to a lot of people.
Yeah, so I'm not going to do that. But I would just say, maybe I'll just do this one. So the idea is just go through and find a big fat one. If you could do it with any pen. Oh, this is another good one too. Yeah, that's a really nice one. This is what kind of pen is this? It's an Austrian pen called Alin. Doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what pen you use. That's part of the idea here. Is it's not about I've got to use the perfect pen.
We have a Dr. Octopus is in Vienna in the chat. Maybe you can tell us about this pen.
Yeah, this is Alin. Anyway, we're not talking about pens today. We are going to.
The point is, you can use pretty much any pen.
Precisely, and then I also
use what you got.
And I have some reference, which for some reason has come out to be very small here. What the hell is going on here with this? This should be much bigger. So I've got reference for us to draw from that is just simple. Okay, so what we're going to do is first we'll do a couple. I think let's try and do 2 or 3 of these drawings, simple drawings, and then we can decide to color 1 or 2, and then we can decide, do we want to do a bunch of drawings and then color them, or do we want to do drawing, coloring, okay? So, and there we go. Here we are. So I'm just going so no shading. It's basically, to get technical, it's a contour drawing. But, it's just fast and simple and easy.
Beefy.
Beefy is a good word.
Beefy. I'm surprised that didn't make Twiglet jump up. She likes to have beefy bites.
Beefy is Twiglet's nickname. So just drawing simply like that. And again, you can draw them all on the same page. You could draw them different pages if you want to.
How many?
I don't know. Let's see. I would say maybe we'll cover 2 or 3 pages with this. I think the main
2 or 3 pages? But I mean, okay.
Okay, so I have enough reference to do 8 or 9.
Yeah, got it.
We don't have to do 8 or 9. But you can see it took me just a couple minutes to draw this. So let me just show you an example of, let's do another drawing, and then we'll come back to what we're going to do with it. So here's a car. Super cute car. Tell me if I'm going too quickly. Again, you can always do a screenshot if you want to, but we will come back to these pictures when we start coloring them. But tell me if you're like, I can't even do it. It's too hard. Don't, because it's not meant to be hard. This is meant to be fun, and I want you to have fun doing it. And I like this reference because they're all, they're kind of like,
they're cute.
They're like kids art. This is like a kid car. Yeah, cute. When I was a kid, I I kind of have an aversion to the word cute. I don't know if I ever told you this, JJ.
You did, and you said that I used it a lot.
That's not why I don't have an
No,
aversion
but
to
I
it.
mean, in the same breath as telling me you had an aversion to it, you told me I say it all the time.
Well, I guess my issue with it comes from childhood.
I think you said you felt like it was sort of an American thing. That
When I was a kid, my mother would always say cute was a very American, and the way I grew up, American was not a great thing.
I mean, for reference,
I did live in America.
For reference, your mother also says that to smile showing your teeth in a photograph is too American and not correct. So it's an insight.
Yeah.
It's not Father's Day, or it's not Mother's Day this weekend, so I can say some choice things.
Let's not talk about my mother.
About
hey, I don't talk about
Danny's
your mother.
mom. We do talk about my mother
My
all
mother
the time,
is
actually.
lovely. All right, so there we go. There's another one. So let's just do some coloring so that you can have a second
Yeah,
to
let's get
work
the
on this car, because
fun part of this going.
the car might be a little, and you can correct these lines too if you don't love what you did. See what I'm seeing was a problem with this pen?
Uh-oh,
Yeah, some
spaghetti-o.
So here I do have crayons. Should I go crayon?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's go crayon first.
I mean, what
First
could
round.
be more joyful and easy than that?
We'll see. So yeah, so you can just take your crayons or your colored pencils. I'll do one.
You're over. My picture is over the teacup. Does that matter?
No, because I'm just focusing on this
Okay.
on this car right now. But yeah, so you can just do whatever style of coloring you do. I remember when I was a kid, like you would just color it in, right? Color, color, color. You just colored in the whole flat color. And then I remember like one kind of cool kid I saw was doing shading.
You mean layering colors?
No, just like different. It wasn't just a flat color. It was like, oh, some of it's heavier, some of it's lighter.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You know, like
there's
that kind of style. It's like, wow, you're allowed to do that. That's super cool. And of course, you can color outside the lines too. Why not?
That's like when you're a kid and somebody first demonstrates making bubble letters.
Yeah, that's super cool too.
That was.
And I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I remember that too.
Whoa, going outside the lines like for reals.
Yeah, why not?
Whoo-wee.
Yeah, I'm crazy. I'm an artiste. Now I'm layering into another color on top of it. Crayons are really fun. If you haven't used them in 100 years, they haven't changed. but well, they have some new colors. Crayon, I think, introduces new colors now and then. But they're just fun. They're easy.
Yeah.
They're great colors. You know, and it's just, they smell good, unlike Sharpies.
I mean, I think sometimes you just need to like.
You can't take it seriously.
Yeah, exactly. Just like work it out on the page.
You're not gonna frame a crayon drawing. You're not gonna sell a crayon drawing. So you can just kind of put that all aside. It's not an issue. It's just, we're just having fun. And you know, you're not being too persnickety, but you're just, you know, using all, and use as many colors as you want to, whatever's in the toolkit. And you don't have to pay any attention to the photo either. You can just add your own colors, make it any color you want to. I'm gonna make these tires green. Why not? Or teal. This is teal.
Oh, see, that color to me looks blue.
That color is called, here it is, Robin's Egg Blue.
Oh, so this is a debate we do sometimes have in this house, where Danny will say something is green and I will say that exact same thing is blue, and he then tells me I'm colorblind.
True, but you are. You can't tell the difference between blue and gray and green. Okay, so what color is this? There's a lag.
Yeah, I have a lag. That's blue.
But it's called, and I quote, turquoise blue. So it's sort of turquoise.
I mean,
sort of blue.
do you feel they added the qualifier blue for my personal benefit?
Well, you know there is a difference between turquoise blue and blue turquoise.
Tell me more.
I don't know. I think it's just the priority. Anyway, so there it is. Fun drawing of a thing. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at Let's have a look at
And
this
scene.
teacup. Let's move on to the teacup. So, the teacup obviously has blue. Now I'm going to try and do this like super photorealistically. Think I can?
I mean,
It doesn't have to look like a child's
all
drawing.
you really have to do are just put the blue dots in, and then you're done.
No. I'm going to make this so that people can say, wait, is that which is the photograph and which is the drawing? You'll see. You'll be amazed. You'll be astounded. So, don't forget your shadows. So, there we go. That's good. What are you laughing at?
You know, self-congratulatory moments are encouraged here on Draw With Me.
Exactly.
You know, it's like this is a time during the week when we just like
Sit around.
don't give
patting
ourselves a hard
on the back.
time. Yeah, exactly.
Pat yourself on the
Yes,
back.
pat yourself on the back. Why the heck not?
If you don't, who will? Cute. The main thing is to just be loose. I mean, honestly, I'm not even thinking, in case you couldn't tell. I'm not even thinking about what I'm doing. I just kind of picking colors and adding them to the picture. And it's all good. Put too many spots on this thing. But yes, this is the part that's a little bit hard about crayons is layering them.
They make you cough.
Yeah.
They go down your gullet.
All right. Excuse me.
You okay?
I am fine. I just can't talk. I was
Maybe
overwhelmed.
that's a good thing.
Oh, there you go. I was just overwhelmed. Anyway, I was just saying it's a little hard to layer these on top of each other. So I think I'm going to switch to pencils.
Whoa.
Next one.
Whoa.
But I like to organize my crayons. I don't like to have them all scattered all over the table. I mean, it's a really good way of procrastinating is to spend a lot of time organizing your colors, putting them into the, rainbows.
I've got to say, we usually take those crayons out when we have a dinner party. We'll put down craft paper and then put the crayons all over and just let people doodle. But every time I go to put them back into the box after, they don't fit.
Yeah, they expand. When you
Like,
draw
what
them,
is up with that?
when you draw them, they expand. So here's an
Oh,
here's an airplane.
cute.
Here's a little yellow airplane.
Remember when I demanded the yellow submarine?
Yeah, that went well. Well, we did do it actually.
Yeah, and it was cute.
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 So I'm definitely switching to colored pencils. The leaf blowers are here early today.
They have defied our wishes.
Well, actually, that's not true because I said to them, "Come whenever you want," because it's just too damn hot to spend, to come and work late in the day. Come early, get it over with. So, airplane. Most kids draw airplanes. Do you remember drawing an airplane?
Sure, probably. I mean,
Right.
I can't say, when I was a kid, we didn't go on an airplane. I don't think I went on one until I was about 10.
So you didn't even know what they look like?
I knew what they looked like, but they didn't fascinate me because I didn't have a real personal relationship.
Yeah.
Then we did go on a plane at age 10, and I mean, I just love aviation. I love everything about planes.
Although we're nervous about going on them these days.
It's not the plane, it's the airport.
That's true.
It's being in the airport that gives me hives. It's like everybody is on edge. People are not cool. It's not cute. The airport these days, not cute.
It's true. So I am going to color this with pencils. Again, I'm purposely not being super. I'm almost like trying to try out different colors, see what they feel like. You know, that's part of this exercise. Is just playing with your materials.
Yeah, just have fun.
Yeah, just seeing how you feel about it. How do these things look? What does it feel like to hold them? Like I'm trying 2 different brands. These are Derwent Color Softs, and I'm also trying Derwent Ink Tints. It's because they're different. You know, so you could just do different patches of color if you wanted. You know, another thing you could do, and I demoed that in this video that I showed, is you could just do the whole thing with cross-hatching if you wanted to. If you want to use this as an exercise in cross-hatching, do the whole thing in monochromatically. Why not? It's your sketchbook, your exercise. You can do whatever you want. You have my permission. Not that you need it. This feels good. These colored pencils feel really nice. And not being serious about them feels nice too. They're very creamy. Colored pencils are not really a super serious medium.
Oh, I love colored pencils.
Right, but they're not like
They're my favorite.
They come. You don't need instructions, but there are extremely sophisticated things you can do with colored pencils. In fact, we have a whole course on colored pencils, just because there are all kinds of techniques and things to think about. But you also can not think about any of those things and not know any of those techniques and know exactly what to do. You know, it does not take an art degree. You know, I did a major renovation of my studio this week.
New furniture.
New organization.
Yeah, a lot of bins.
A lot of bins, labeled neatly. I went through all of my art
they're
supplies.
not labeled as neatly as I would have thought a triple Virgo would do.
No, they're labeled.
They're not P-touched. They're like...
No, P-touch, I know. You would never allow me to have a P-touch, and now I'm glad you didn't.
I was afraid you'd
get
addicted to it.
No, I like the handmade feeling of handmade labels.
Yeah, well...
I posted pictures of it here on our YouTube channel under the community tab. You can see some pictures of the studio if you want to, and be super inspired by my organization. I have a lot of art supplies that I'm going to be giving away to somebody. Just have to figure that out. I think my tendency is to want to go and give it to some group that distributes art supplies to people who need them and can't afford them.
I think the leaf blower might have drowned out your altruism.
No, that's the way.
It's not altruism if you brag about it.
It's true.
Just saying.
I don't see it as altruism. I see it as just not feeling guilty about. I certainly wouldn't throw away art supplies.
No, we would never throw away art supplies.
No. So, what else do I do with them? Sell them? Hey, would you like to buy a box of half-used pencils? All right, so there's my weirdly tie-dyed thing. This page is super smudgy. That might be the reason. My hand is super smudgy. But anyway, I don't really care.
I think it looks cool. Someone mentioned it's tie-dye.
Yeah, it is tie-dye. Yeah. All right, let's try another one. What do we got here? A house. Let's do a house. So anyway,
You always call it the mini house. You call our house the mini house. We do have a small home.
That's a Pattyism. Yeah. So this, you can see compositionally, I'm not even thinking about what I'm doing. I'm just sort of finding an empty space on the page and putting down another drawing. So feel free to approach it that way if you want. This guy comes down a bit more.
This looks like a perfect little house. It's just got everything you need.
Yeah, wouldn't it be nice to live in a house like this?
I feel like the little house we had in LA was pretty much this.
Yeah, that's true. The house I grew up in Australia was like this too. Literally like a child's drawing of a house. Draw a window. Yeah, so
I like this little mint green moment too.
I'm pleased with this reference. It's quite nice.
Yeah, Lisa mentioned no art studio. It might be too small for an art studio.
No, but it's not too small for a set of watercolors, a box of pencils, and a sketchbook.
Hi, Twigs.
Which is right. So there we go. There's my slightly wonky house. I think I'm going to go back to the colored pencils again.
I think Twiggy wants to come up here. Come here, baby. Oh, my sweetheart. That's my angel.
Yeah, I'm not teaching any great technique here, I guess. But let me know if you have any questions or are not understanding what the hell's going on. I don't know if I can help with that, but I could try. So here a little bit of cross hatching. Do you think this reference is too hard? I don't think so, right?
Not at all.
I think what I like about it is it started out by looking like coloring book drawings. And it's also an opportunity just to make a really colorful page. And just don't think too much. Just don't think.
Just have fun.
Just draw, yeah. Grab whatever color comes to mind or to hand. What a red door. Red door, here we go. You know, you can also, if you want to add some visual elements that are not in the drawing, of course, like some blades of grass or a puff of smoke, you can do whatever you want.
Looks like a real kid's house.
Yeah. I think it's just an opportunity to tap back into that kid energy. You know, I think I would love to be able to always have that. What are you laughing at?
Marilyn said, my plane crashed into my house.
Oh, well. So draw some flames.
Yeah, you're gonna need some flames, unfortunately. What a nightmare to even contemplate such a thing.
Just draw some people fleeing. Right. There we go. Kind of grubby looking. My whole page is getting very grubby, but it's cool. Right, I'm going to move on. Moving on.
What's next?
A red chair.
Put
him in the corner.
Oh, somebody said Twiggy looks comfy and she'd rather draw Twiggy. This is my baby. Nice.
All right, I'm switching to a different.
We forced Twiggy to wake up earlier than she prefers to.
It's a nice chair. Looks very comfy. My drawing is getting very wonky.
Wonky's good. Wonky's the goal, right?
I don't know if it's the goal. Unfortunately, it's inevitably the result.
I mean, wonky is what gives it personality.
Yeah, that's true. We already have the picture. We already have the reference. We don't need to copy it. The dog is doing a lot of groaning today. All right, this is a very, very wonky chair. I'm just going to try.
I like how you got the spindly legs. You just knock those out.
Yeah. All right, well, it's a bit of a wonkosaurus, but make it into a brown leather chair instead of a red one.
Brown?
Yeah. Yeah. Bit of brown.
Yeah, I feel like I would never...
Would you like a brown leather chair?
I mean, I would like it IRL, but I think when I have my whimsical hat on, brown is not what I go to.
You look good in that whimsical hat.
So it's funny, we were watching a new TV show last night. It's with Jake Gyllenhaal, and it's a remake of the Harrison Ford film Presumed Innocent. And, you know, Jake is a nice-looking man.
What?
And in one of the scenes, he's wearing a brown suit with a brown tie. And I thought to myself, things that make you go, I mean, it looked great on him, but I just don't know, could anyone carry that off in the real, like, can you imagine any, like, if you saw, it's just, we're so attuned to people wearing gray or black or navy when it comes to a suit, like a brown suit and a brown tie.
I used to own a brown cashmere suit.
Yeah, like in the 70s. But I
the
wondered,
70s,
is this
80s.
like, is this some Hollywood stylist's attempt at bringing brown back? You heard it here first, guys. You heard it here first.
I think it's just like Jake Gyllenhaal looks too damn good. Kind of make him less out of reach, more relatable. Put him in a brown suit. Give him white shoes.
Fran is asking if it's good. We only watched the first episode, and
I
yeah,
think
so far we like it.
It is pretty good. I don't mind that in brown. I'm happy with it. Works with the page.
You're not mad at it?
I'm not.
I don't know where that phrase came from. I'm not mad at it.
I'm not sure I like that phrase.
It's cute.
It's cute. See, now I'm getting into like trying to do a real drawing, which I'm sorry about.
Yeah, what happened to coloring book times?
I don't know. I think I was feeling, I don't know, different kind of exploration. All right, it's done. Moving on, what do we got? A boule of flowers.
A vase.
A vase. Or as they say here, a vase.
Those are very chipper flowers. Nancy said, Danny wants a new chair for his studio. Sadly,
I do, but actually
sadly this studio is, it looks big on camera, but it is shockingly small.
The ceiling's only 5 feet high.
Yeah.
You have to bend down to walk in the door.
I'll show you how small it is.
That life-size pug. No, I think I drew it too close to my house. Oh boy.
It's better than having a plane crash into your house. Have like a flower garden in the front of the house.
Yeah. These are cute flowers. There's lots of different colors, different shapes of flowers. You can certainly spend a lot of time drawing each of these flowers. We're not going to, though. So don't get too into it, people. Or do a screen grab. Right. Yeah, there's a lot to contend with here. But maybe my flowers should interact with my house. Well, I'm not entirely sure how to do that, but I like the idea of it. Well, part of the problem is that this colored pencil is very opaque, so I can't sort of suddenly start introducing more flowers like creeping up over the house, which would have been cool. Another idea for another time, perhaps.
I mean, that waxy crayon is not something you lay your pen on top of.
But you could do wax resist and paint some watercolor on top of it.
What does that even mean?
Well, shall I show you?
Yeah, do it.
And this is a technique that you learned in school. Like, maybe you didn't learn it in school, but one learns it in school.
I didn't learn much in school.
All right, so here I'm going to take my really dirty palette because I didn't think I was going to do watercolors today. And take some red like that. This may not work. I might ruin this. But let's see. Let's see what happens. So,
But are you having fun?
I'll have less fun if I ruin this. But see, I'm just painting this over the wax, and it's sort of working. You'll see when it dries, it will have resisted it.
It gives it a feeling of movement, like that car is zooming. Vroom, vroom.
Well, it's also filling in the white. You see, it's turning the white of the page that's underneath the crayon.
Yeah.
You know, and it doesn't change, the wax pops through it. So anyway, that was an inexpert demonstration, but the concept holds true.
That's very spontaneous. I like how you rolled with it.
It would have been better if it was more successful. But anyway, here we go back to the flowers. Where am I? I got lost in these flowers a bit. That's that one. Okay. You can also make these up. You know, there's all kinds of little funny things sticking out of these flowers.
Yeah, I mean, those flowers that look like they're little spears
Like little
are
balls.
clearly fake.
Yeah.
I mean, all of these flowers, these are fake flowers.
Yeah.
But they're fun.
Yeah. Well, there's my fake flower drawing. Let's get some pencils back into play. Again, don't think. I keep telling myself, don't think.
There are no doubt sounds.
Because I'm like, I wonder if I should.
Don't think. Know what you're thinking. I don't know the words.
Don't think of what they are.
No, it's don't speak. It's don't speak. Sorry.
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 You. Completely irrelevant reference. Oops, that's a different song. That's by Britney Spears.
Oops, there it is.
No, oops, I did it again. So, yeah, the thinking that I was doing, and I don't want to infect you by telling you what it was, but I will anyway, was I was like, I wonder if I should really thinking about all the colors on the page, and is there any harmony to them, and should they be connecting? And I thought, probably, but I'm having fun.
That's a tall order.
That's what you're supposed to do if you're an artiste. But today we are being 7-year-olds. Should have had candy. Should be playing like a kid's TV show in the background while we're doing this, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, and then YouTube would like block it.
You should be serving snacks.
I don't know. I wasn't going to mention it, but my stomach has been growling.
You just need some snacks, some Doritos maybe.
It's because we got up so excessively early and now I'm ready for dinner.
It's true. We've been up for like 11 hours and it's only... There's nothing like what's been happening to me recently, and this may be because we're getting up so early because of the heat, is that my Apple Watch runs out of a charge like 8
p.m.
Yeah, long before bedtime. I'm like, what? Have I really burnt the candle at both ends so much? Or used the watch at both ends? Might be time for a new Apple Watch. There's probably the lesson in that.
Well, I could get spoiler alert. You're not getting one for Father's Day.
All right, well, that's cute-ish. All right, good. Let's move on.
What's next?
A shoe. Bless you. Put the shoe right here.
That is a cute shoe.
Isn't it?
So it's weird. You know, I've noticed over the last few sessions
Yeah.
that you get your reference always oriented, pointing right to left. It was all the dinosaurs were going in one direction. I can't remember what we did right before that, and I was like, oh, that's funny. Like, you just think that way.
Well, I didn't invent these pictures.
Right, but you know what I'm saying. It's like you easily could have flipped this.
Probably.
So the plane, the car, the shoe, I mean, the house, the flowers, they're sort of not...
Weren't we talking about not thinking before? Now you're massively overthinking.
I'm making an observation, you know? It's just a thing that I find of interest.
True. So here you can get super caught up in these laces.
Yeah, don't do it. That wouldn't be fun, I don't think.
I know, but I kind of can't help myself. Like, I don't want someone coming along going, wait a minute, you only did 6 grommets and there are 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. There's 7 grommets. Grommet.
Grommet.
All right, I'm just going to make it up then. I'm not going to do it for real.
Good. Less is more.
I know. It's good enough. Good enough for government work. So, yeah. I'm not going to draw. I'm not going to do a drawing. I'm trying to control myself. And that's part of what this exercise is about too. It's like, even if you could draw it really perfectly, don't.
Right.
Don't do it. Don't go there. Stay loose. Don't be a perfectionist. I want to be the best non-perfectionist there's ever been.
Hilarious, babe.
How about some green laces? Why not?
It's a Christmas shoe?
Yes, it's Santa's sneaker. Seems like, is everybody busy working and not talking?
I think people are busy working and not talking, but I think people are commenting on the orientation and saying it's because of your dominant hand. But I actually think it's something else, because when you set up these references, you're not really thinking about that. You're just looking at them. So I wonder if it has something to do with your dominant eye. Because, you know, everyone has a dominant eye.
I have 2. It could be. I mean, part of it is practical. I just try to figure out like what will fit on the screen and allow our big heads to go in there too, and the drawing. There's a lot. It's technically a challenge to get this whole damn thing working.
As evidenced by the fact that sometimes it's wonky.
I make it look easy. But it's enormously difficult to pull off.
I mean, I find it enormously difficult, if not impossible, to draw while talking. People always ask why I'm not drawing. There are a few reasons, but one is I just simply cannot do what Danny is doing. It's way harder than it looks.
All right. There it is, slightly pastel-y.
You kind of lost its chucks. You turned it into a generic shoe. It's like it's a TJ Maxx shoe, not a Chuck Taylor anymore.
Yeah, what do you think the difference is?
I don't know.
Is it the stitching?
It also looks like your shoe's been worn.
Yeah, mine's not a
Oh
brand.
man, Nancy's on a roll.
What now?
What do you call shoes made of bananas?
Slippers.
Whoa.
You know why? Because they have a peel.
Oh, zing.
Swing.
Don't kid a kidder, Nancy.
All right, I'm going to go up here now.
Oh man, your arm is gonna be.
Yeah, I'm taking a bath after this.
Yeah. Go jump in the pool.
Here we go. It's a kitty.
Meow.
Okay, this is gonna be. I'm gonna just do this kitty up here. Now, if you have your own way of drawing kitties, draw it that way. You don't have to draw this reference. Just draw your own kitty. This is a damn cute kitty, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Although they say that orange kitties are naughty beasts. They say.
Who's they? Cat haters?
You know, they seem to, I mean, I guess maybe this is having not owned a cat, I'm sure they all, like people, have, there's orange cats that are lovely and orange cats that are devious, but there's something that I have seen online that refers to orange kitties being particularly
Devious?
not devious, that's the wrong word.
Sadistic?
They absolutely want to kill you in your sleep. No, they are mischievous. Mischievous.
All right, well, maybe mine won't be an orange one. No, it's going to be orange. I want to draw all these stripes. But maybe what I should do is I should put down... See, now I'm getting tricky. I feel the trickiness coming on.
Do it.
Do it. No. Bad mistake. Never mind. Forget it. Pretend I didn't do that. See? That was
Instant error.
Instant karma. Do not. What happened was I started to throw on some watercolor, and then I realized that pen I've been using is not waterproof, and so it started to get murky, and that would have been.
But look so you blotted it, and now it looks kind of cool.
Kind of, but it's all going to be covered.
It's cool.
I just wanted to have a little base underneath the color, but that's again not in the spirit of what I'm trying to do. I'm losing my original.
You cannot control yourself.
I know. I'm just trying to.
Could have something to do with the fact that you're on camera.
No, it's just it's going back to my old tendencies of the way to do stuff, and that's what I'm trying to get away from. That is to say, let me just not do this the way I always do it, and let's just try and do it like a fun kid way of doing it.
Right, an easy way.
Yeah.
You don't do easy.
Well, I try to, but I'm making it harder for myself.
Yeah.
Not necessarily better, because I actually really like the look of these kind of kids style coloring books look. I like the look of that. So trying to get tricky and fancy and multimedia is not necessarily helping me. The original one looks really perky, and mine looks a little dim-witted.
I wouldn't say dim-witted. He looks maybe less intense. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so orange cats, 81% of orange cats are males, says Rachel G.
Really?
That's fascinating.
Huh. That's such a specific number, 81%.
But that's like, I mean, that's a strong genetic preference right there, expressing itself.
81% are male. So it's a...
Maybe that's why I think of them as mischievous, because they're all little boys.
Oh, as opposed to how perfectly behaved female cats always are, right?
No, but they're, I mean, let's be
I have
honest.
no idea.
Let's be honest. If
I'm a former cat owner, you know.
and did you had a Maine Coon, right?
I had at one point 3 or 4 cats. Yeah. And then I had roommates, and they were very into cats, so that's why we got some cats. But prefer dogs. All right, there you go. Do we have time for one more?
Scott Nolan says, "Don't forget a beard." I mean, are you going to do those whiskers?
I think there's somebody at the door.
Oh no, they're knocking on the door. All right.
You know what? I think we should wrap it up because it is time. It is time to wrap it up. So I'm going to wrap it up. JJ, just can you stay together?
I can't believe Twiggly is not barking.
Why don't you go and I'll handle this? All right, sorry, we have somebody at the door. So I'm going to get rid of. I'm not really getting rid of her, but I'm going to temporarily remove JJ from the scene. All right, well, I look forward to seeing your coloring book drawings. So please share them on Instagram or on Facebook or in the schoolyard and tag them, hashtag SBS Draw With Me. I write an essay every Friday, and you can sign up and get it for free, dannysessays.com. There's a really good one that's coming out this Friday, so if you sign up today, you'll get it. Make sure you do. And please subscribe to this channel. If you subscribe and you hit the bell, I know you've heard this before, but now it actually becomes real. If you do that, shall I bring you back on, JJ?
No.
Okay. If you do that, you'll be alerted by YouTube that we're going to get together again next Thursday, which we do every Thursday. Or you could just mark down 9 a.m. Pacific. We're going to do it. All right. Thanks very much, and see you all next week. We'll be here.